Most people in their 20s are making financial mistakes that will cost them hundreds of thousands of pounds over their lifetime. I know because I made them too. I'm Ayo Noble, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your finances properly in the UK, from budgeting to automating your money flows. This isn't what they teach you in school, but it's what will set you up for financial freedom while your mates are still living paycheck to paycheck at 40. Let me tell you something. The financial system isn't designed for you to win. Banks, lenders, and even some financial advisors profit from your confusion. I've spent years helping clients transform their finances, and the people that succeed, they all have one thing in common. They set up simple systems that work automatically. I recently worked with a client who was earning 45k a year but had nothing to show for it. No savings, no investments, just stressed at the end of each month. 6 months after implementing the system I'm about to show you, he had 5k in savings and was investing £500 monthly. Nothing about his income changed, just his system. In this video, I'll break down how to budget properly, even if you hate spreadsheets, the exact accounts you need to set up, being current, savings, and ISAs, how to automate your money so that you build wealth on autopilot, and the common traps that keep most people broke and how to avoid them. But first, let me tell you something most financial advisors won't. Setting up your finances isn't about being perfect. It's about having a simple system that works even when life gets messy. Budgeting is where most people go wrong. They either don't do it at all, or they do it in a way whereby it's so complicated they give up after a week. Here's the simple budgeting system I use with my clients. Step 1, know your numbers. Before you can budget, you need to know exactly what's coming in and going out. Take 30 minutes to go through your last 3 months of bank statements and categorize your spending. Most people are shocked when they actually see where their money goes. I had a client who was spending £300 a month on takeaways without even realizing it. Step 2, use the 50-30-20 rule. This is the simplest budgeting method that actually works. 50% for your needs, which could be rent, bills, groceries, and transport. 30% for your wants, that's your shopping, entertainment, whatever it is that you like, and 20% to save and invest. If you're in your 20s in the UK, your take-home pay might be around £2,000 a month. That means £1,000 for needs, £600 for wants, and £400 for savings and investments. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ayo, rent in London is already more than 50% of my income. If that's the case, you need to adjust the percentages, but the principle remains the same. You need to allocate your money intentionally. Step 3, use the right tools. Forget the complicated spreadsheets. Use apps like Monzo, Starling, or Money Dashboard that categorize your spending automatically. My personal favorite is Monzo because you can set up pots for different spending categories, and it notifies you when you're getting close to your limits. The key is to check your budget weekly, not monthly. A 5-minute check every Sunday will keep you on track and help you adjust before small overspending becomes a big problem. Having the right account structure is like having the right foundations for a house. Get this wrong and everything else becomes harder. Here's the exact account structure you need. Number 1, main current account. This is where your salary gets paid and your bills come out. I recommend Monzo, Starling, or Santander because they have great apps and no fees. The key feature to look for is the ability to set up standing orders and direct debits easily. This account should be empty by the end of each month because every pound should have a job. Number 2, your bills account. This is a separate current account where you transfer all your money for your monthly fixed expenses. This includes rent, utilities, phone subscriptions, etc. Add up all your fixed monthly costs and set up an automatic transfer from your main account to your bills account on payday. This ensures your essential bills are always covered. Number 3, emergency fund. This is a savings account with instant access. You should aim to have 3 to 6 months of essential expenses saved here. If you're just starting out, aim for £1,000 first and build up from there. 2 accounts you could use for your emergency fund right now are Chase or Chip, as they both offer at least 3% interest. Number 4, sinking funds. These are savings accounts for specific planned expenses. These include things like holidays, Christmas, car insurance, etc. For example, if you know your car insurance is £600 per year, set up a sinking fund and transfer £50 a month into it. This prevents these predictable expenses from becoming emergencies. Number 5, stocks and shares ISA. This is for your long-term investments. You can invest up to 20k per tax year completely tax-free. For beginners looking to get started, you could use Vanguard because they have low fees and simple investment options. Their life strategy funds are perfect if you're just starting out. They automatically diversify your investments based on your risk tolerance. Number 6, a lifetime ISA, otherwise known as a LISA. If you're under 40 and saving for your first home, this is a no-brainer. The government adds a 25% bonus to your savings up to 1K per year. That's essentially free money. You can save up to 4K per year in a LISA and the government will add an additional 1K to that. Moneybox offers a good LISA with a decent interest rate. Now, this is where the magic happens. Automation removes willpower from the equation and ensures that you're consistently building wealth. Step 1. Automate your bills. Set up direct debits for all your fixed expenses to come out of your bills account 2 to 3 days after payday. Step 2. Automate your savings. Set up standing orders to transfer money to your different accounts on payday. For your emergency fund, that should be 10% of your income until you reach your target. For your sinking funds, calculate the monthly amount needed for each expense. As for your investments, that should be at least 10% of your income going into a stocks and shares ISA. As for the LISA, you can put up to £333 a month, as the maximum you can do in a single year is £4,000. Step 3, automate your investments. Set up a regular investment plan with your ISA provider. Most platforms allow you to invest as little as £25 per month automatically. For example, with Vanguard, you can set up a direct debit to invest into their Life Strategy 80% equity fund every single month without having to think about it. Let me show you the power of this automation with a real example. If you're 25 earning 30k per year and you automate £300 per month into investments, that's just 15% of your take-home pay. By the age of 65, you could have over £1 million, assuming an 8% average annual return. That's the power of automation combined with compound interest. And the best part, once you set it up, it happens without you having to think about it. Step 4, use roundup features. Apps like Monzo and Starling have features that round up your purchases to the nearest pound and save the difference. For example, if you buy a coffee for £2.60, they'll round that up to £3 and put 40p in your savings. It sounds small, but it can add up to £300-400 per year without you even noticing. Now let's talk about the traps that keep most people in the UK broke, even when they're earning good money. Trap number 1, buy now, pay later schemes. Klarna, ClearPay, and similar services make it too easy for you to spend money that you don't have. A £50 purchase doesn't seem like much, but when you have 10 of these on the go, it adds up very, very quickly. My rule is, if you can't afford to pay for it in full right now, you can't afford it, period. Trap number 2, car finance. The average car payment in the UK is now over £300 per month. That's £3,600 per year going towards a depreciating asset. If you invested that £300 per month instead from age 25 to 35, you would have £50,000. Is driving a fancy car in your 20s worth 50k of your future wealth? Buy a reliable used car with cash and invest the difference. Your future self will thank you. Trap number 3 is lifestyle inflation. This is when your spending increases as your income increases. You get a 5k pay rise and suddenly you're spending 5k more per year. So what's the solution? Well, every time you get a pay rise, immediately increase your automated savings by at least 50% of the raise. Enjoy the other 50% as a lifestyle upgrade. Trap number 4, high fee investment platforms. Many popular investment platforms charge 1% or more in fees. That might not sound like much, but over 40 years, that could eat up to 25% of your potential returns. Ideally, look for platforms with fees under 0.5% all in. Trap number 5 is keeping too much cash. Many people in the UK keep all their savings in cash, earning pitiful interest rates while inflation eats away at their purchasing power. While you do need an emergency fund in cash, anything beyond that should be invested for the long term. With UK inflation averaging around 2 to 3% historically, your cash savings are actually losing value in real terms. Let me show you how this all works together with a real example. Sarah's 25, earning 30k per year with a take home of around 2k per month. Here's how she sets up her finances. So her income's 2k per month. Her automated transfers on payday are £1,000, so that's including her rent, utilities, phone, etc. Emergency fund of £200 until she reaches 6k. Her LISA of £333 per month, maxing out the 4k annual limit. Stocks and shares ISA of £200 a month. Holiday sinking fund of £100 a month. And Christmas sinking fund of £50 a month. So what's left? £117 for discretionary spending. Now, this may seem tight, but remember, all her bills are covered. She's building an emergency fund. She's saving for a house deposit with the government adding 25%. She's investing for the long term, and she's saving for holidays and Christmas. By age 30, Sarah will have a fully funded emergency fund, 20k plus for a house deposit, including the government bonus, 15k plus in investments, and no debt. Now compare that to most 30-year-olds in the UK who have less than 1k in savings and an average of £8,000 in consumer debt. So there you have it, the complete system for setting up your finances properly in the UK, even if you're in your 20s. So to recap, budget using the 50-30-20 rule and check weekly. Number 2, set up the right accounts. So that's your current, bills, sinking funds, emergency, and ISA. Number 3, automate everything so that your wealth builds without willpower. And number 4, avoid the common traps that keep most people broke. The difference between financial struggle and financial freedom isn't just about how much you earn, but having the right system. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more financial education that actually makes sense. And if you want my complete money management system with templates, calculators, and step-by-step guides, grab my money program via the link in the description. Remember, financial freedom isn't about being rich. It's about having options. Start building those options today.